Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the Socially Distant Podcast. Hold for applause. Clap, 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 clap. Thank you once again for tuning in to your favorite Thursday recreational activity. We are back, as always, got a fire podcast. We always got the hot topics, always got the hot info and the good laughs. So, we're going to get right into it. I'm B. Dill coming at you. We got Trenny, we got Dylan. Trenny, how we doing?
Fucking great, man. I'm doing good, Brad. It's nice to see the boys after a week, you know? It's nice to see your faces. And fucking here y'all's been working hard. How you doing, Dylan?
I'm doing pretty good. Surviving out here. It's only Tuesday. Feels like it's, I don't know, like it's Thursday.
I was going to say that too.
Cranking out here. How's it going over there, Brad?
It's going all right. We got a big old plate of delicious food in front of me. Just got back from the gym, so just trying to resettle and get my fucking nervous system to calm back down after getting all hype and pushing myself. But hell yeah. So who? I know Trent said Chiefs. I said Bucks. Dylan said Bucks. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a little upset.
Yeah.
I'm happier than
It's just
happier than happy.
It's not fair. It's just not fair.
Dude.
3 more, baby. 3 more coming your way.
It's just not
47-year-old Tom Brady will retire with 10 rings.
No, he needs to at least get 11 so he can put 1 on his toe. And then, and then
he needs a toe ring.
It's
one on the wiener. That's what it is.
That's probably what Bill Russell did. Had to get it fucking extra larger ring.
He's gonna make it a belly button ring. I don't want a ring. Make it a belly button ring. And he's just gonna. No, I saw a meme. I saw a meme. Yeah, because who was it? Lil Uzi. Yeah, he tried to put that like diamond in his head and something went wrong. I saw a meme with Tom Brady's just gonna have the ring just in his forehead.
Dude, that's baller shit.
Honestly, I didn't watch the game just because like I was still very upset. I'm still somewhat mad at the NFL just because the Packers did not make it. I mean, beggars can't be choosers. We had 2 great seasons in a row, but it's very demoralizing when you have Aaron Rodgers and your team makes it the NFC Championship game and they just fucking come up short 2 years in a row. It's just like,
Yeah,
at least let me go to the Super Bowl and lose so I can say we made it to the Super Bowl. Don't tease me. Don't stop me right at the end and just let go. Fucking take it all away, baby.
I enjoyed it a lot. I haven't watched that much football this year to begin with, so it was fun to like actually watch a game all the way through.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. I feel like that shows you that game showed, at least like me, the importance of an offensive line in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like, and I honestly
and a
think
defense.
True. But like, if you like, it's like the scale of the front 7. If you make it too far one way, it's like gonna be a rape train. Like no matter what, and I feel like that was just clearly evident.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I feel like their offensive line coach, I mean, I know they had to do what they had to do. They lost their left tackle, and then they shift their right tackle to the left and slid their right guard to the right tackle and then put in a guard. So you had 3 people in, like, new positions when you could have had, like, 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, my opinion is, like, I think if you lose tackle, guard should take tackle and then replace, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I would say your tackles are more important than your guards, personally, as far as, like, pass game. Like, if you don't have solid tackles, those DNs are just going to run you down and just destroy you. So I guess it depends more or less, like, what are you trying to focus on? If you're really trying to focus on your run game, maybe keep the guard, replace the tackle. But my opinion, at least, I think tackles are more important.
Yeah,
that's what they should have done. Just replace. Don't switch sides. Don't flop the guy on the sides. Like, I know they're professional athletes.
I will say that Patrick Mahomes gave it his all, for sure. He might have been the only player on the team that did that. Because the rest of them, I'm not even talking about all the penalties they got. Like, you could tell there was you can tell in football and really in any sport, like when a team like is on their A game and when they're not, and like the Bucks were in their energy level was 9 million times higher.
Well, it also doesn't.
Yeah.
It also. It's worth noting that like they literally were in their home stadium. I know, like it wasn't.
Yeah,
like,
I know. That's
I think
a
that's
crazy
some bullshit.
circumstance.
If you ask me, I think that's some bullshit.
Hey man, that's how the fucking.
I know it was.
That's
I know
how
it's
it rolls.
decided like literally before like the season literally like pretty much gets underway, but I still think it's bullshit.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it was a very lucky situation, and like, if I don't know. I'm
Once
just saying
again,
the energy
the stars
level.
aligned for Tom Brady.
Yeah, exactly.
They
like his
did.
career is like, if you look back on it, those stars have aligned pretty well for him thus far.
Home stadium, left tackle goes down. Patrick Mahomes has turf toe, or he's getting surgery on his toe now.
Yep.
And I mean, they had one corner out.
I saw a crazy stat that showed the number of times that like the defense like got like a hit, like a knockback like onto the opposing quarterback. The Bucks apparently, I have to look for the technical term because it's different. Like obviously like hits, knockbacks, like all those things. But I think the number was like they got to Patrick Mahomes or like contacted him, like knocked him, whatever you want to say. I think the number was like 58. And then on like the Chiefs side of it, they like got to Brady like 3 times. Like,
yeah.
Imagine being a quarterback and 58 of those snaps, like there's literally a guy touching you. Like that's gotta suck.
Yeah,
That's just rough.
Sure.
That's just rough.
Yeah, I didn't. That's what I didn't get enjoyment out of like the Chiefs, like, because I felt really bad for Patrick Mahomes, but at the same time, obviously, I was like rooting for the Bucks, so it was fun to watch some of that happen. I will say that altercation between Tom Brady and
Tyrann Mathieu did he say something?
Mathieu?
Did he say something racial?
No way. Freaking.
I thought that's what was implied because he said, "I'm not going to repeat what he said." So I thought he said something racial.
No way.
He was mic'd up. So I mean, I saw someone.
I thought Tom Brady yelled at him like to be like respectful because like that's usually what Tom Brady will come after you for being like an asshole because the penalty was on Matthew for like unsportsmanlike conduct. So like Tom Brady came after him after the first thing happened, and I thought Tom Brady was yelling at him to like stop being like a fucking asshole.
I just didn't read the article. I just saw the headline and it said like Tyrann Mathieu, Tom Brady altercation. Matthew said, "I will not repeat what he said." So like in my mind, I'm like, "Oh shit, did he say something like?" But I doubt it.
Yeah, no. I think Tom Brady is at dad level at this point, and I think he's trying to keep like these kids because like you can get fined up the asshole for doing the littlest thing in the NFL.
Oh yeah.
And I just picture Tom Brady like scolding like these young kids because you saw it after the game, like when they won. Tom Brady went up to like all of like the younger players and everything, and was like hugging them and like on the other team. Like I don't know. I think he has respect for the game of football at this point.
I'd hope so.
A lot of people don't like him, but
I'd hope so. He's got 7. There it is.
He
That's
freaking
7.
passed the Pittsburgh Steelers number of Super Bowls.
It's literally crazy.
So.
He has more Super Bowls than any franchise.
Yep.
Does he really?
Crazy.
Yeah, because the Patriots had 6, the Steelers had 6, and he has 7.
Isn't it wild that literally the Patriots have 6 championships and they're all him? Like that's nuts. Oh my gosh.
Ridiculous. I didn't realize that these were the numbers, and that is like blowing my fucking mind.
I mean, Super Bowls, Steelers and Patriots, but if we're just talking like championships, Green Bay, baby. Because they're like literally like the oldest franchise, one of the oldest franchises in the NFL. They won Super Bowl 1 and 2.
One day the Bills will get there.
I saw some stuff that like I said, I didn't watch the game, and then I didn't really pay much attention to the to like the Chiefs Bills game down to like down to the detail like I did with like the Packers game, so like I can make comments, but I can relate somewhat and have some sympathy for the Bills fans that said like they were all complaining about like a lot of instances where like the Chiefs weren't getting penalized, but then like in the game against the Bills, like the Bills were getting penalized. And honestly, it was like the same thing with like the Packers and the Bucks, because I guess there was a play at the beginning of the Super Bowl that like they called it a hold because real time it looked like a hold, but like when you watched it back like slow motion, like the dude like barely even touched him. And I guess that like led to like a score. That was like a big penalty beginning of the game. And like literally, I don't know if you guys watched the Packers game, but there was like 3 times where like Alan Lazard is trying to like cross the field, and the dude literally has like jersey just like completely like his shoulder pad is like sticking out middle of the route, and then no flag. And it's like, oh, okay, they're just letting them play. And then literally the last play of the game, our cornerback like brushes the guy's jersey. And the ball wasn't even catchable, and they throw the flag, and then they get the first down, and then we lose the game because it was an automatic first. So, like, I don't know, dude. I don't think the NFL is necessarily rigged, but I also think that, like, they kind of, like, tell the officials, like, we're trying to lean towards this narrative right here, like, the GOAT and the up-and-coming, so, like, let's make it happen.
Okay, let's take this in a little bit of a different direction. Do you think if there was, like, an AI that could do the job of the referee, that you would prefer like instant perfect 100% results from like the official?
Yes, because I think even though you might necessarily have more penalties per se, I think it would make it even. Because you got to understand too, like the officials, they do a great job. Like they're for the most part, like they're very well trained and they're very well knowledgeable. But you also have to understand too that like a lot of it can be situational depending on like where the play is taking place.
Yeah.
What's the positioning of the ref? Like if you know what I mean? If a guy runs like a 20-yard in and the ref has to like run, if he's turned a certain way or if he's not completely in line with the play, he might not see something. So, like, he might think he does, or he might think he doesn't, and then you might call, like, a penalty for that reason. Or, like, because there was multiple times, like I said in that game, where, like, Alan Lazard was clearly held, and I honestly want to say, like, the ref wasn't in the position to see it just because, like, how, like, the bodies were, like, positioned. So I think, is that what you're asking? Like, if AI could, like, do it perfectly?
Yeah.
I would love it.
Yeah.
Because I think it would just put it on an even basis no matter what.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much, if you watch any of, like, the games nowadays where they pull up the AWS thing from Amazon, like, that shit is literally down to, like, the inch. Like, the AI can figure out exactly how far the ball was thrown, and, like, it's there. Like, the technology to do it is there. It's just, I think there's going to be a large conversation against it, I think, just due to the fact because it's a sport, and sometimes you should let, like, situational stuff happen.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, because it brings... sport, it's entertainment at the end of the day. If you're just sitting there giving people penalties left and right because, like, that's actually what happened, it'd slow the game down a lot.
Yeah. No, and I do agree with that fact, but I also think that it should be on the NFL's shoulders to make sure that, like, even like the tiniest of calls, make sure they are 100% right, because one play can change a game. So, like,
I think if they had, like, an AI to go, like, review the play with, be like, okay, what is, like, the computer telling us? Like, it happened in this situation.
I agree. I think
and then reference it with, like, what everyone else saw.
I think every penalty should be reviewed by, like, an AI, like an unbiased, like, AI, like, if there was a way to, like, write that algorithm and figure it out. If the guy was like, oh, I saw a hold, and, like, you know, whether he saw it real time and then you look at the slow motion, I think there should be an AI that's like, oh, this is what you thought you saw, but this is actually what happened. Like, no. But then, like you said, because even, like, every ref is different as far as their opinion. Like, one guy can get held, like, a tiniest little bit, and that guy's like, oh, that's a hold. And then other refs can be like, oh, that's not, like, we're going to let him play. That's really not worth it. Which also doesn't help, too. Like, because there is a lot of difference, because they have those stats between, like, the different officiating crews. And, like, the one year, like, the one crew, because, like, they have, like, they stay together, like, whoever their head and, like, all the guys around them and stuff like that. The one crew, like, got some shit, because they threw, like, way more penalties than, like, anybody else. It was, like, absurd. So they were like, yo, what's going on? Why are you guys calling so many penalties? Like, that ain't right.
I think it is slightly improving as, like, the NFL's camera technology gets better as well. Like, they are able to, like... see things in like perfect 4K, like real close now with like the cameras, and like Intel has been working with the NFL on doing like 3D like modeling like real time in the stadium, so you can like go anywhere and watch the game from any perspective, and you would be able to like get pretty much on top of like the whatever the situation is and look at it perfectly, like perfectly 3D modeled and everything.
No, I agree 100%.
Helpful.
Yeah, that's coming down the line. Like, the technology is going in the direction. Like, the NFL, I think, is aware of where their weaknesses are, and technology just kind of fills in those holes.
Like,
hopefully.
Just to like finish up, drive my point home, and just add to like why I think that you brought. I wasn't even thinking AI, but you bring it up, and it's actually, if you think about this and what I'm going to say, it can be such a good thing that if they could find a way to do it. But like this article was written October 18th, 2016, and like, for example, Jerome Boger, his crew averaged about 20.8 penalties per game. They were the highest at that point, 2016, and then the crew with the lowest like average was 12.2. So from two crews, obviously you have it in between, so like it spreads, but you're literally talking 8 more penalties a game just between the highest crew and the low crew. Like, that can change a game drastically, depending on what they are. Like, defensive pass interference.
Maybe the teams they're reffing are just dirty motherfuckers.
No, and like that's why like I guarantee you, like, you can't trust those stats 100% because
there were
every
some
team's
years
different.
where the Bills would literally, I think it was when the Ryans were coaching, where they would literally, because they were just, the team was just like in complete and utter, like, they just didn't know what
they
the
were
fuck
just
was
out
going
there
on.
to just fucking go crazy. It was just chaos.
Yeah, and it was just penalty after penalty after penalty because they just were all over the place.
Yeah.
I remember that year. It was rough.
I miss the Ryans.
I don't.
Those were the golden years of
Oh no.
Bills football. Dan Carpenter.
Was Kyle Orton the quarterback when they were there?
Yeah, I think so. I think he was.
Was he, or
like,
who was?
I think he was Rex Ryan's first quarterback, to be honest. Maybe. You could fact check that.
Yeah,
I can't remember that.
But I think that's interesting. I think that's just interesting to fucking look at, like,
yeah,
what crews call more penalties and like how that can play a factor in games. Because I just think it's dumb. I think it's stupid how a lot of the times when a game is like over with or during the game, you don't like. I feel like the thing that people talk the most about isn't like, oh, like, this guy's better than that guy and it's having an effect in this way. It's like, no, this team's getting more penalties called on them, so like they're literally just like getting free passes, and I don't think that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Crazy. Well, in other news, Bitcoin hit all-time highs this week because Tesla bought $1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin.
Yes.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah, so I think the only public companies are Coinbase, I think, Square, and Tesla.
Yeah.
To hold Bitcoin on their balance sheet. And, like...
I think there's some... I don't know. There's, like... I'm assuming, like, companies like Riot, like, that's on their balance sheet.
I mean, well, yeah, probably. I imagine. I mean, how could it
because
not be?
I'm assuming, like, that's where a lot of their value, I think, comes from, is, like, the shit that they're mining.
Yeah.
Is they're holding, like, that. And that, as Bitcoin goes up, the stuff that they hold from their mining operations also goes up.
100%. Yeah. Huh.
Trendy, you made me laugh the other day when you put that thing on your story about, like, people posting about Dogecoin. And you're like, if you post about Dogecoin, you don't know shit, or whatever you said. I was laughing.
I don't know. I mean, I don't mind, like, invest in Dogecoin, do whatever you want. Like, I've invested in Dogecoin because, like, it's spiking.
I have Dogecoin because it's a meme stock, and meme stocks make money sometimes.
Yeah, like, if you're short-term day trading, like, the volatility spikes, you can read the candlesticks and make thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every day. Like, I did it one time. I made, like, a quick $100, and I was like, I'm not touching it. It's not a long-term asset. It's fucking poopy cock. Like, it's a meme. It'll die. I don't think it's
Or it won't, dude. Maybe it'll just go to the moon and become the currency of Mars.
Yeah.
And we will be the idiots who are like, Fuck Dogecoin. That's why you should at least hold a small amount of Dogecoin.
See, yes, but also that money, even though it's a small amount, it's a lost opportunity somewhere else. When you know Bitcoin is literally the scarcest, it's going to be like the scarcest like cryptocurrency. So it's gonna make it the most valuable. What happens to everything else that's not valuable? Like gold, and then silver's like dog shit, and then everything else disappears. So I mean, we'll see. But
yeah, we'll see. It's going in a good direction. Also, I mean, but like I was looking at my portfolio, like my actual portfolio, not like the freaking meme stock bullshit. And being a long-term investor is way more satisfying
so
than
much better.
getting those like small little bumps from Dogecoin or whatever. Because like you know that money is like going to continue to like be good money.
Yeah, dude, and it's different. I mean, and you feel like, and Jake and I were talking about this. I think we were all talking about this. Like the time you spend to research a stock, make sure it's the right stock, and you're long-term investing, you know that's where you want your money to go. All that time, that opportunity cost of finding that right stock is out the window once you buy the stock and you're holding it. Imagine doing that for so many stocks, day trading, and all that time and preparation just disappears after you make that little bit of money. And you do all that research, disappears. So, I mean, it goes both ways because you can take those gains and, like, flip it. But
I mean, yeah, there's definitely situations where that's a good thing. You can definitely make a lot of money doing that. But, like, making a lot of money really quick is sometimes a drawback because you don't see the value in it as much, I think, if you would have earned it over time, in a way.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, and I mean, in a sense, if you're doing long-term investing, you're making calculated decisions. If you're doing short-term, if you're doing day trading, you're reading candlesticks and charts on a popular company that's going up and down, and you're hitting the swings. So you're making money off the swings. You're not making money off, like, I believe in this company long-term. It's got good revenues. It's got a healthy balance sheet. It's got great financials. It's got a good business model, good growth, customer base. Like, I mean...
Yeah, for sure.
So, I mean,
hey, man.
Warren Buffett's a long-term investor. So I'm going to
I will say my Afaria investment was a smart investment for sure.
Bro, when did you get in on that shit? I saw that shit was at like 26 or something.
I'm up 150% on it from like 3 weeks ago.
That's what we love to see, boy. That's what we love to see.
Big marijuana plays out here.
Big marijuana plays, dude. Fucking
Bro, I just opened up my Instagram just to get to Nugget, so like when the meme comes around later, and like I went and I just went and looked at the two I sent you guys the other day, bro. Those ones killed me. The FIFA 14 one, I wanna know. The one guy like tosses his hat and then just starts dancing. And then the oh my god, he on X Games mode. Dude, I don't know why, but that guy's voice is gold.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, he on X Games mode. Just hilarious, dude.
I love that shit.
I like the Pokemon one you sent us. That one made me so happy.
I gotta go find that one. I don't even really remember it. Which one?
The one you sent us in our group chat, the Coliseum one.
Oh yeah. Dun, 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 dun. That's so funny. I love how they put the SB and number on heads on the guys too. They were just struggling. You gotta love it. You need a good meme every once in a while to lighten the mood of the day. Keep you going.
True though.
What
else? Oh, Donald Trump's impeachment was today. Well, the beginning of it.
No, I understand the rationale behind it, but I also just think it's the stupidest thing in the world to worry about right now.
Yeah. It's definitely, like, when the other thing they could be spending their time on is getting money into the hands of the American people and
Yeah.
getting stimulus out.
Everybody wants that stimmy.
Yeah.
This is probably wasted time at this point.
I just yeah.
But they're
Don't get
they're
me
trying
wrong.
to get it done.
Don't get me wrong. Like they should, and like realistically,
They're trying to do it in a week.
I hope he does
so
get
they're trying to speed rush
impeached. But yeah, he does need to get impeached. But I just think it's the wrong thing. I love. It does make me smile because I don't like when people are like what's the word? The word is can never think of the word. Bad at thinking of words.
What's the
Like
word?
when people when they say one thing and they do another thing.
Like kind of two-faced?
Yeah, like more or less like
hypocritical.
two-faced. Like the people that I love seeing the people that talk shit about Donald Trump and then they were praising Joe Biden and then Joe Biden's in office and the people are like, yo, Joe, so you in here now, where's my stimmy? Like that makes me laugh
Yeah.
because I like seeing both sides of it,
Yeah.
which is how it
It's-
should be.
It's interesting.
It's funny as fuck.
I just think in general we're gonna see this impeachment is gonna show a lot. They're already they voted to continue the impeachment trial a couple hours ago, and 6 Republicans crossed party lines and went with the Democrats.
Good.
So that right there that shows that there are Republicans that are open to conversation, and there's actually it seems like McConnell and Chuck Schumer have been getting along well enough with their power agreement that they have, where I think we might actually be able to move forward with a lot of bills.
I think they will.
And if not, Kamala Harris has the power to break the tie on a lot of things.
Kamala.
Fucking.
Who's,
Keep investing in Joe Biden.
who is fucking what is it? AOC?
Yeah.
Who is she? People roast the shit out of her.
She's in the House. She is one of the House representatives for Brooklyn.
There's a lot of people that don't like her.
Yes, there's definitely a lot of people who don't like her, but it's because she has been heavily villainized on Fox News and shit.
Yeah.
She is the face of socialism in America on those TV shows.
Yeah.
Which is her policy making, is socialist for sure. I just wouldn't call her the face of socialism. I don't think America will never be socialist to begin with. It full on socialist. We'll have socialist neo-socialist ideals and stuff that get brought into policy.
Bernie.
I don't ever think capitalism is bred into the brains of this country, and it always has been. And I don't think you're gonna get rid of that at any point.
You think Bernie's a socialist?
Yeah,
He
a lot of his he left the Democrats. He's a registered as a socialist.
Well, some people. I just ask because you talk to some people and you say something about Bernie being a socialist, and they're like, he's not a socialist. And you're like, but he kind of is.
That's definitely not what I'm trying to be at all, because I know exactly the people you're talking about are the people that defend him, and but those people don't understand socialism. I don't think that's usually what it is.
Yeah,
is they don't they have a misconception when it comes to that stuff, and I think a lot of that socialism and the alternatives to it are outdated for 21st century. Andrew Yang talked about it all the time, that we need to update how our economy works for the 21st century. We need human-centered capitalism where humans are actually valued, because right now we're just a commodity, and there's our work, our labor and work and everything is the product that we're producing, and that needs to be updated, and you would see wages and stuff change by doing that.
bro. People are the most
Where people
important
are
thing
actually-
to anything in this world.
Yeah.
If something is gonna function and prosper, you need people.
Yeah, 100%.
The right people.
Even at Tesla, I've seen Elon Musk talk about how he's always going to need people, because robots and AI only can do so much. That you need how a human brain works to put things together. Sometimes a computer's not going to be able to think exactly like a human right now. At some point, probably.
You know,
At
what made
this
me
point
think
in
of
time.
when you said that, when you said the computers aren't gonna be able to think like humans. I just thought of Interstellar with those robots. They have like those settings,
Yeah.
like the humor and the honesty settings. Like,
Yeah.
what's your honesty setting at 90%? How the fuck are you? How are you honest 90% of the time? What's that other 10%? Like shit like that. Like you can't, you'll always, because even though like a lot of things, human emotion should be like removed and taken out of, you always need like that human emotion factor.
Yeah.
Because robots don't have feelings.
Yeah.
Or I hope
Until
they don't, because when they do, they'll take over.
Dude, sometimes the Alexa in my kitchen scares me.
Dude,
I feel,
it's 3 o'clock in the morning one morning. Alexa just started playing a song and it scared the shit out of my mom and dad.
What the fuck?
You know, my dad got up. He's like, "What the fuck's going on?" He's just like ripped it out the wall. They're gonna take over, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you always gonna need people though.
How's the job at the gym been going over there?
You know, Dylan, I wish I could
good
tell you
updates?
it's going better. I really do. Kind of like the same stuff I've been saying. Like I was talking to my mom and dad about it earlier today, and like I understand, and it is gonna take time. Like I just got like my first paycheck, which was nice, because then like it makes you feel kind of good, because it's like, oh hey, look, I'm making money. Like now I don't feel like a complete fucking bum. But my biggest problem right now is just, and I can't really like blame, and I can't really act like it should be like totally different. Like I didn't expect to just like walk up in there and have them just like, you know, hand me clients and basically just like put money in my pocket off the start for like no reason. But like, also, in my opinion at least, like my head trainer, my manager more or less, he, for like the month or so that I've been there, he doesn't really make like, he hasn't made like the biggest attempt to really like help me get going and like put the people in front of me. They have, but they haven't. I've only had 3 what they call them like kickoff sessions. It's just like a first time like free thing for like new members, and then it's like a way for them to like see what training is like you go and like do like a workout with them and like talk to them about stuff, and then it's kind of like the time that you have to like sell yourself. So it's like, oh damn, like this is something that would probably be really useful and helpful, like I should pay this person to train me. It just sucks that like the 3 people that I've done that with so far, they've all been college kids. So like they don't have the income or like the want to be like, oh yeah, you know what I mean, I want to hire a trainer, like I'm in college, I have the time and the money for that. So it's rough. And I told him that the other day, and I was like, because I had to sit down with them and talk about like my goals for the month. I was like, dude, I don't want you to take this the wrong way. I was like, but you're gonna have to help me out, because like you guys are giving me nothing but college kids to like do kickoff sessions with. Like they don't want training. Like literally every single one of them at the start of the session has just told me that they were just here because it's like free, and you guys kept calling them, telling them to like schedule their kickoff. So like they did it, and the 2 of them, 2 out of the 3 were like really nice, and it was like fun. Like we had a good time. Like I showed them stuff, they said they really liked it, and they were like interested. The other one just like literally was basically wanting to tell me to go fuck off because it was just like awful. But like it's just like that. And he was like, yeah. He's like, I know. He's like, yeah, it was. Did I tell you guys that? Fun, interesting. I don't hate. I love all people. I don't judge. My first ever quote unquote client comes in, sits down. It is a transgender female becoming a male. Is that so? Do you say transgender male or you say transgender?
I don't.
It was a girl who was beginning to take hormone treatment to become a male.
Okay,
so off the start, it was mad awkward.
A boy.
Yes. So off the start, I was like, oh shit. I was like, this is gonna be fun. So right there in my head, I'm like, okay, like, so what kind of exercises am I gonna like show them and take them through that they're gonna enjoy? Like, do I show them exercises that more like a girl would want, or more that a boy would want? Like, I gotta, and that was just a nightmare in its own. I could fucking talk to you an hour about how that one went, but when I talked to him yesterday, he more or less just kind of told me that like, or he seems like he's gonna like really try to be more involved in helping me get going, because it does then reflect back on him. Like, you know, he's the head trainer. I'm one of his basically employees. If I like literally don't have clients for like months after being there, somebody's gonna be like, "Hey, Cody, what the hell are you doing? Why does this guy have no clients?" So he said, his schedule is starting to fill up now that like people are starting to get back to the gym, like get out of like the COVID stuff. So he more or less said that he's gonna start to like really push people onto me and like try to set me up more and more for people that would like definitely be interested in like having like recurring training sessions. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, thank you. Like, no offense, but I've been here for a month. It's about time. Not just like literally show up. Like the one day I showed up and he was just like sitting in his office playing Nintendo Switch, and he could literally give two shits what I did. I could have literally just leaned up against the counter for 3-4 hours and he wouldn't have said a word about it. I was like, oh my God, you're killing me, dude.
Yeah.
So it's definitely,
that's unfortunate.
And
yeah, that's
it's
fucked up.
Yeah, but I can understand it though too, because then he even told me the one day that for being like the head trainer there, and for as much as like he actually does, like how many clients he actually does have, they really don't pay him a lot either. Like they don't pay him. They don't pay him more than I, as far as like when he works with somebody. I technically will make more money per session than he does when he trains somebody, and his hourly isn't. Mine's minimum wage, and his hourly I think is like not even. He told me it's like probably not even like $1 or $2 more. So like even as the head trainer, they don't pay him much either. Yeah. So then, obviously, how's that gonna affect his work ethic? No shit, he's gonna sit there and play Switch while he's in his office. Like he doesn't care.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
You gotta figure out if you are allowed to like bring in like customers, because like I feel like because you would need a Crunch membership. Like any Crunch gym membership anyway to work out in there at all to begin, or can you do like a day pass or something?
You can do a day pass, yeah. So yeah, that's what it would come down to, is like if I bring somebody from the outside in, they would want them to get a membership, and then like the payment. That's the thing. The payment would have to go through the gym. So like they would have to pay the gym for training, and then I would be the trainer, not just like bring them in and I get the
how much
profit.
is day pass?
Probably like it's like $10-15 at like pretty much anywhere you go.
Honestly, if you want, I mean, like I don't know what your situation is, but giving people free entry, like if you like find like clients on Facebook, say, and you go to them and be like, hey, I work for Crunch Fitness, like tell them everything you do, or like just try to like you got to find someone who's actually interested in getting like trained. And be like, hey, I will pay for your day pass to come in. You can do like one of those kickoff sessions, pretty much. And there you go. You paid for someone to come in the gym, and like the Crunch Fitness you're still going all through Crunch Fitness because they're paying the gym. Well, you're paying for their membership to get into the gym or whatever. And they're doing like a kickoff session essentially. Yeah. And then you could like, if they enjoy it, they could become a recurring customer for Crunch Fitness. Yeah, no, it's just like definitely rough, because it's just like a lot of payment people get slapped with up front, like the gym member, because they would make them pay a gym membership, which gets like, it's weird too. One of the people explained it to me, like literally the longer you're a member there, the more expensive it gets, like as it's like recurring. Like you start off at like $30 a month, and they almost get up to like $60. Like they make you pay more for some reason. And it's just dumb because if you could build in like personal training as a separate service, instead of like you needing a gym membership there, you only pay for your personal training, and that's the only thing you can go to the gym for is those sessions. They would make way more fucking money off of personal training sessions, because you wouldn't have to buy into Crunch Fitness's gym member, because you're not going to go there if you're like, unless you're going to get trained. Yeah. So like there's no point of buying like a full year membership when you're only going there. Their prices are specific reason.
Their prices are very high too, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, I've just gotten into the field, but just like looking at them, like, damn, that's a lot when you break it down. Like they're two of their most like common packages, like the 3 times a week 30-minute sessions, or the twice a week hour sessions. It literally breaks it down to like 57 upwards of like $65 a session. Like that's a lot of money for like, and it sucks because I literally don't even make like a fraction of that. I would make like at most probably like $8-9 out of like 50. Like that's just why do you need to take that much money from your trainers? Like it's so stupid.
I mean, that right there shows you that you just need to keep working towards the point where you can have your own gym, because you should not be like, you should get 100% of that instead of fucking like 13% of
I know. I'm already looking at other places. My girlfriend told me to apply to the chain that like her and her brother lift at. It's called Catalyst.
Mm-hmm.
And there is one opening. It's the location in Depew has an opening. She said it's just a lot better because the trainers there are like actually like on staff, not just like separate like desk and like floor people and separate trainers. Like when you work there, you're a trainer and you're an employee there. So like you'll be there like the whole day and like you'll make more money, which is cool, which is what I want. Because like right now it's literally just like only come in when you have like people to train.
Yeah. I would definitely try that. I would make sure, like, when you go in for the interview, that you don't, like, bash Crunch Fitness or anything.
I'm not gonna be like, I hate working at that place. It's shit.
Yeah, I would, like we said before, like, we started, like, these new things. You, like, when you get a new position, you take everything you can out of it as a positive, and then leave all the negative shit behind and move to the next, like, spot in your career.
But my dad also told me, because he kind of like after I keep telling him like about like the job day after day, he told me like the next interview I do have, like, to be more persistent with like the questions and getting more information of like what my day to day will look like down to the minute, down to the hour. And he even said himself, like, same thing you said, like, don't go in there and bash Crunch Fitness, but also just tell them about like how the experience was there and the things I disliked, so that way they can see that I actually like, you know, give a shit. Like, I didn't like that I just sit there and do nothing a lot of the time. Like, I want to be active, I want to be engaged, and you know,
absolutely.
they more or less just like don't really care half the time what you do.
But I'm sure, like, I would definitely go hard for that next one, but just keep like trying your best and getting whatever the hell you can out of it. But sometimes, like, when you're fresh out of college, you're gonna hit and miss things for sure.
No, and that's what I told him too. I was like, I told my mom, I said, I'm trying not to worry about it so much. I'm just trying to take like every day I go in there, like, what can I take from that day, and then just take it all as, because I'm still living at home. Obviously, I don't have like really much to pay for other than like car and phone and gas, so that's nice. So like the little money I make, I can save up, but it's more or less just getting like that baseline experience. So when I go to the next place, I know what to expect, and like I can jump into it heavier than this, because like I want that way at the next place I can like, I know what to expect. I know like what to look for, how to handle like situations, and I can just like hit the ground running. So then it's more of like okay, yeah, this guy's like, he knows what's up. He's comfortable with people. He knows how to engage with them. He knows how to talk to them. You know, he knows how to like sell himself. And then like at a better place with a better staff and a better like system, I guarantee it's going to be way easier. Crunch is just kind of like they just kind of half-ass it. They really don't seem to care.
That's how it is sometimes. You can tell a company only cares about money when they don't care.
Yep. That's it. Crunch Fitness.
Because not focusing personal training, and they focus.
If you can feel corporate in the environment and you don't feel customer service, that's when you know things are going the wrong direction.
Yeah. Because similar how like GNC was selling stuff, Crunch also has like their own line of products, and I also have to meet like a quota every month of like trying to sell protein and vitamins to people. Like, dude.
Yeah, that right. It's just a profit. It's it's unfortunate, and customer service, no matter what field you are in, is the number one thing that will make you long-term good money, because if your customers, clients, whatever the situation is, trust you and you're not literally trying to milk them for money, they'll give you more money.
And that's, I mean, like, and that's why I did as well as I did at like GNC and stuff like that. Like, there was people that walk in the door and like, they asked my honest opinion, and I had no problem looking them in the face. Excuse me. There were so many people I had no problem looking in the face. I'm like, I'm going to be completely honest with you. You really don't need it. And then stand there and talk with them for like 15, 20 minutes and just give them like actual, like, realistic advice about like proper, like, you know, exercising habits and then like nutrition. Like, don't reach for the bottle on the shelf. Reach for this out of your fridge. Like, you got to think about it. And then people are like, oh, wow. Like, thanks. There were so many times people walked in there trying to buy something, and they left with just information, because I was like, you don't need to buy anything. Just go and do this. And then if it doesn't work, come back to me, and we'll talk more. Like, but that's just how we are as Americans and people. People want to reach for, like, the easy solution. You want to reach for the bottle before you reach for the stalk of broccoli.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
what are you gonna do?
Mhm.
That's life.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Trenny, how's the windshield wiper business?
Fucking lit. I mean,
Which
Popping.
Which one are you at? Because I'm gonna come see you because my one windshield wiper broke. I want you to hook me up with some hot ones.
yeah, dude, fucking, they're all the same, but they're pretty hot if you ask me. I mean, they're good. They're good wipers. I mean,
Is it just one standard wiper for everything?
so no, there's like mad different sizes, but they are all like the same mechanism. My boss.
They all work
Oh, I
though.
got
They're
it. I get
good
what you're
though,
saying.
right?
I was gonna
Are
say.
they solid wipers?
Oh, they're fucking rock solid, dude. I
Good,
wouldn't
'cause
sell
my
you
wipers
no fucking
suck.
cheap shit.
What location are you at during the day?
Irving, I think you probably go by me every day. I mean, like,
Where?
don't you go down
Where are you?
fucking like right across from Tim Hortons and McDonald's? Like before you go, like you know how you get onto the
Yeah, you
highway
merge
or
right onto the
whatever?
throughway right there. You're right before that, like the Timmy
Fucking-
Ho's, McDonald's, Burger King.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
no,
yeah.
there's no Burger
right
King.
there.
Oh yeah, there's a
Right
Burger King.
across from that. Right across from that.
When are you there next? You there tomorrow?
Man, I'm there every single day.
Oh, I'm sliding in tomorrow before I get on the throughway. Bet.
Monday through Friday.
How much are they?
Fucking one wiper is $15 plus tax, 16, 17. Easy money.
Boom. You gotta take card?
Yes, sir.
Oh, good. I'm rolling in there tomorrow. I'm hopping in tomorrow before I get on the throughway because my wipers are shot.
Let's go. Hey man, if you need two, 32.35
No, I'm buying them both. I can't have one shit wiper and one good
Bro,
wiper.
bro,
It's
bro.
gonna piss me off.
and $2 extra. I can top off your windshield wiper fluid, bro.
Oh, I'm doing that too because I'm getting low. Plus that tip. I gotta get that. I gotta get that tip in there.
Bro, full sale, dude. I
Hell
mean,
yeah.
like, it's a decent gig. I mean, man, fucking, I get paid to look at. Like, I'm literally like just like constantly.
Reading
like,
stonks.
I do what I do, and I get back under my warm blanket, and I'm just trying to like, just like learn and read about different companies and fucking like take gains and like reallocate. I've just been doing a lot of shit, so I mean,
Good.
fuck it, I'm getting paid to do that. I feel like so, and then shit, it's lit.
Hell yeah.
I've been getting some fat tips. I've been getting some like fat tips.
Let's go.
Some lady gave me like fucking $9. I was like, yo, this is like. She just gave me a $20 bill for like one little rear wiper blade, and I was like, "You don't want change?" And she was like, "Nah, it's okay, sweetie." And I was like,
Aw.
and I was like,
God bless her.
"You lit, thank you."
Good shit.
But yeah,
That's
man,
awesome.
it's-
Yeah, I'm stopping tomorrow for sure.
That's just how it be, man.
Good shit. Good shit.
But I've
That's
been
awesome.
having some good days on the stock market. Some good days, man.
Yes, sir.
It's been some fat gains.
For sure.
Fat gains. I haven't looked.
You guys,
Mine-
yeah, you gotta check on your fucking account, Bradley. We gotta check on Southwest Airlines. Let me actually pull up a quote. I remember that was the first.
I'll pull it up
company I
right
think
now.
you bought into.
I got that one textile company too that Jake was like,
Wait, no, it's love. What is it,
let me look. Hang on.
bro?
Yeah.
I think you're up $1 on these guys.
Oh, I'm up a fat buck. What do you mean, dog? Fat
Dude,
dollars
they're
out
at
here.
$51, bro.
I'm selling tomorrow morning.
I honestly think you got in around like 38 or something, right?
What is going on here? Let me look. Hang on. I
forget when you got.
can't remember the password.
Damn boy.
Fidelity.
Let's go. I mean, that's that recovery stocks, man. Coming out of this COVID, they're gonna be hot.
The username and password is incorrect.
Fucking-
Bullshit it is,
I was on
bitch.
Google Trends today, looking up trends to talk about on this wonderful cast, and I saw that Starlink, Elon's Wi-Fi satellite,
Yeah.
low-hanging satellite Wi-Fi, it's accepting orders.
Yeah, they've been doing like beta testing in like major cities. I actually just watched a video where a dude unboxed it and like showed how it like worked and everything.
Really?
They're badass, and yeah, like people have had them for a couple months now.
Oh, I didn't know. That's so dope.
But they might be taking like larger orders in like those cities because they're ready to go. There's like, I think there's close to 1,000 of the 42,000 satellites that they need. So like they can focus it on the cities that they need for right now. But eventually, dude, you're gonna be able to hook that thing up to your Tesla, have high-speed internet in the middle of the woods. Because hypothetically, you get a Tesla Cybertruck with a solar panel on the roof, so you get charging non-stop, like while you're out in the woods because you have a solar panel. You connect your satellite to your Cybertruck. You got high-speed internet. You could play fucking Call of Duty in the middle of fucking
That's awesome.
anywhere.
Dude,
And that will be
Elon's the
coming.
man.
Nah, we took a fat dip today. I'm down $1.33 today. But
That's not a fat tip.
that's a fat dip. I lost $1.33 today. But if you look at
Fat
percent
dip, man.
percent total gain loss, Tapestry Incorporated, I'm at 209% on that bitch.
Dude,
Damn.
let's fucking go, man.
Look at this here. Let me share this, and I don't know if this is like I don't technically really know how to like read this per se, but like if you look right here, apparently total gain loss account, I'm up $57.
You're up
Bro.
77% on your entire account.
That's pretty damn good. We killing it out here. I don't even do anything.
Yo,
Oh,
Brad,
yeah.
you know the average
That's
market
hot, kids.
earner is like they shoot for 10%. Like, I mean, like,
See,
you're fucking killing it,
I'm in the
Lindsay.
stonks and I don't even know it. I'm out
Where'd
here in the
you-
stonks.
Dude,
That's
man,
crazy.
hot plays, bro. Hot plays. I mean,
That
just
one's
shows
fat.
you, man. The
209%.
power of investing, bro. So you're up 77%. If you put in $1,000 to start and everything, it goes up 77%. What are you at? Fucking 1,777.
That'd be crazy.
Then you take those gains, flip it, and just keep trying to repeat the process.
Is it fun? Do I keep these bitches riding?
That's now that's the question. I mean, you got one share of each, my guy. I mean, it's
I
up
should
to
get
you.
in. I should get some more.
I would
Tomorrow-
say-
I mean,
Tomorrow I should get in there and get a couple more TPR. bitch on
dude,
the
I really
climb.
want. I'm gonna look into them a little bit harder. But that EXPI, that EXP Realty thing, for these next couple of months here, probably until the summertime, they're gonna be riding hard because there's interest rates are at an all-time low here in the real estate market,
yeah.
and houses are flying off the market literally in less than like 5 hours. Sometimes I've seen a house go on the market and sell within like an hour.
Really?
Damn.
Yeah, because the interest rates and everything are so fucking. If you
That's
want to
crazy.
freaking buy a house or sell a house right now, this is the up and like for the next couple of months here, probably until the summertime. It's a hot time to do it apparently
Huge.
because the real estate market is popping, and I would like to invest in something in real estate now that I'm technically a part of it, just to have some kind of holdings in my job because I can't really invest in real estate photography. Guess I can invest in a camera company, Kodak.
Kodak's the way to go.
That's a Rochester company.
Rochester. It's a Rochester.
That was a meme stock at one point too. That shit popped heavily.
What I miss?
I didn't even know
I was talking about that EXPI stock.
Yeah, dude. I fucking when you were saying that, and as soon as you said that, because I watch Bloomberg like constantly. I feel like that's where I
Yeah.
gain probably 60% of my investing knowledge. Just old people that know a lot, and I just absorb
Yeah.
all this like mass information. But like they always talk about how like properties are so like just like the lending and like the interest rates are just ridiculous right now.
Yeah.
And fucking when you started talking about that, I just started thinking. I was like, man, that company might be hot to put some money into, dude. Like,
It's gonna be hot until like the summertime. Like I've been keeping up with. I have a lot of real estate investors on my page too because they're pretty smart motherfuckers. They're buying and selling fucking houses left and right and making thousands and thousands of dollars worth of profit.
that's badass.
Just without even being like a real estate agent. And so I keep up with them, and they're pretty adamant that like this like the rise on EXPI is gonna continue on for a little bit here.
You said
And I can see it. Like I see EXP, like they have so many real estate agents around here, and they're making money for sure. And if that's just in this little tiny area of Pittsburgh, like there's an entire country where they're probably doing the same exact thing, so they're making hella money.
That could be a hot
Hella
call
money.
option on this, Johnny. Set a call option for like May or June.
Yeah,
So
I would say like May or June probably.
That could be hot. I'm looking at their chart, and their max chart just looks absolutely parabolic. It makes me want to place a put option immediately. But
Yeah.
if they're growing so fast, like, bro, this shit skyrockets. That's some fucking.
I also think they give like all the employees like stock into the company, like when they become a real estate agent, because they all have like shares in it. So I think when they become an agent, they get shares of the company, so they have something like to grow, and
Yeah.
like the more money they make, the more money that stock will make.
Yeah.
And so they're making hella money because they're all getting, I'm assuming, even at a discount or like stock packages, which is crazy. So it's a hot one. Honestly, a call option is a good idea. I might look into that.
Yeah, dude. I'm looking at it, bro. March 20th, 2020, $7.33. And now it's $161 a share.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Damn.
fucking balls. That's
Yeah.
a lot.
Proof is in the pudding.
The proof is in the pudding charts, and they're blowing my mind. That's fat. I mean, a lot of stocks have the same looking feel, and like that's why my account is up stupid since March. Like all good healthy stocks, good businesses have that like fucking recovery spike, but some just like are hitting the upper echelon, and that's fucking EXP. It looks like.
Yeah, they're definitely taking advantage of Mr. Joseph Biden
Joseph.
and those interest rates.
Yeah.
Also, like, Joe Biden has I don't know if he's already done it or if he's going to do it pretty soon here, but he's going to give you a $10,000 tax credit to buy a house.
What?
That right there is money for real estate. I guarantee their stock will go up stupid high once that goes through.
Well, you tell me so I can get in some real estate companies. You let me know.
Hey, now would be if you had like the money, now would be a time to buy a rental property.
Define have the
because-
money. No, I mean like the stock wise.
If you have good enough credit, you can probably fucking get a house
No, I just want to get in the stocks.
as a rental property.
I was gonna say, I feel like there's a little disconnect between.
No, I don't want
I
no
know,
rental
but-
property. I just want the stocks.
Oh, I got what you're saying.
But I wish, dude, that's like a huge. I mean, I want a passive income, even though like you would have to probably even if you pay a property manager and it's like pretty much a full passive
I don't
income.
know.
But
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of landlords
yeah,
in general, so I don't think I would ever be one. But
Yeah, I hated having
It's
a landlord.
definitely-
It sucks.
I would love to, like, maybe when I'm an old, wrinkly man, I'll just become a real estate agent. And,
Count it.
and do that, because some of them, a lot of these people seem like they're in it because they actually get joy out of, like, putting people in houses, and not just for the money.
Nah, there's some landlords that are really like they're really nice. Like they genuinely like give a shit and they genuinely care. It's not just like, oh hey, I see you once a month. Where's my money?
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I feel
It's
like
like,
I
nah,
would be
like,
I would be a
How you
nice
doing? Is
landlord.
everything working okay?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You would be.
Like that lady that like in that apartment up on Mount Washington that we looked at, I feel like she would have been a good
Oh
landlord.
yeah, she seemed like a baller. She seemed so
the way
chill.
you made her sound made her seem like a good landlord.
She did. She was a sweetheart. She
Yeah.
was a little older, but she was chilling. She was like, well,
Yeah.
here's the place. She was just asking me some questions. She was so nice. I can't remember her name. Was it
Yeah.
Kathy? Might have been a Kathy. No, it wasn't a Kathy. I don't know, but she was nice. She's a good lady.
Ain't no Karen. That's
Not
for
like
People.
she didn't like. It's not like some landlords where like the first time you meet them they like grill you because they're like trying to figure out
Yeah.
like what do you do for a living? How old are you?
Yeah.
Like all this bullshit. She was kind of just like, yeah. So this is the place. Like I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of Pittsburgh's got good folk. I will tell
Yeah,
you
there's
that.
some good folk out there in the pit.
I haven't really came across like anyone who's like was a major asshole.
Yeah.
That's good.
Like people driving, they're the biggest assholes on planet Earth, and could care less if they think they're the only person on the road.
I hate people driving cars, man.
Those people
Can't stand it.
are assholes. But the second Pittsburgh people get out of their vehicle, they calm down and become good humans.
The pollution
The asshole,
in the air.
they sit down in their car and the asshole spikes, and then when they're out of their car, it's just like
I think that's what it is. Sure,
it's
I
just not
think
there.
because when they're driving, all the pollution and fumes are going into their car at a faster rate,
Yep.
so they're inhaling it all and they're getting high off of, and that's why everybody drives like 80 miles per hour.
It's so scary.
They step
people
outside
driving,
to get a
people
little bit of
driving scares
oxygen.
me.
It's crazy.
People are terrible drivers. It's just it's a problem.
Yeah, it's definitely yeah. Oh, before we hit the meme, that fucking building that burnt down my
Yeah,
history is
what was that? You kind of
a
said what it was.
travesty. Okay, so to put this into perspective, that building was built in 1870 or 77, one of those 2 years. I saw it. But it was the South Side's commerce building. So like the city commerce of like the South Side and everything, that's like where they meet and everything. And then there's a barber shop in there too, but that building was built in 1877, so in my screenplay that building would have been there. Like that's how fucking old that building is.
Damn.
That's crazy.
And shit like that you'll never get that building back. Like it is completely utterly.
I was just gonna ask, is it completely gone?
Here, I'll send you. I have it on my Facebook. I'll throw it in the chat.
It's kind of sad though.
It's super sad, and like I know I haven't driven past it because it snowed here today, and I didn't leave my house. But I know when I drive past it, it's gonna be sad because that's literally like 4 blocks from my house.
That's
I put it
crazy.
in the. I don't know if it's gonna make you log in.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll do it after. Oh wait,
Damn.
Oh okay. I was
Damn
like, wait a minute.
fucking darn
thought it took-
fucking toot.
Thought it took me out of the call for a second because I didn't see the thing. Yeah, that was a lot of smoke from where you sent us the picture. Like that was.
Yeah, I could
torn.
see the flames from my door. Like I saw it popped up on like my Ring thing first. Like it said that there was a fire like on like 11th Street. I'm like, oh, that's weird. There's really nothing over there. And then it updated and said like 11th and East Carson. I'm like, wait, there's no way like what the fuck? 'Cause that's like 4 blocks. And I open up my door and I look down the street and it just flames. Like that building had to have been like a 4-story, 5-story building. Like it had apartments up top.
How does it
So,
start on fire?
It started from one of the apartments, I'm assuming, because it started from the top. And
Oh Jesus.
yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if they figured out what caused it because the whole building's gone. Like they had to call in like emergency like demolition crews because they thought the whole thing was going to just collapse.
That's fucking crazy shit, dude.
Old
it was
buildings like that, you gotta be real careful with.
It was I don't know fire terms, but they kept saying 4-alarm fire, which sounded pretty scary. But like I saw in that video I sent, you can watch all the way through. There's a part where like there's the entire building like spills out into the street. Like it was dangerous as fuck. Like, and it's all just it's just a big old brick building.
Yeah, that's pretty scary.
Yeah. Sad day on the south side.
bad day on the south side.
I saw pictures of it from like the north side, like up on the hill and everything, and like you can see like downtown, and you just see this giant like plume of smoke, like coming out from the south side.
It was black, dude. You sent us that picture, and it was just like,
Yeah,
it was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah, crazy. Sad day.
Sad motherfucking day.
Also, there was a barber shop in there, and I feel
No,
bad. A small business. Also, yeah. So people lost their homes. We lost like the barber shop. We lost the commerce, like stuff. Like a lot of people are probably displaced from just that one fire.
Was anyone in the fire? Did anyone get caught up in that bitch?
No, I don't think anybody got hurt.
that's
luckily.
good.
Damn, well, that's pretty crazy. I mean, fucking, you said there's apartments in there too.
At least nobody got hurt though.
Yeah, it was also crazy because you could fucking hear the news helicopters, because they were just circling it. So like the whole time I could hear it in my house, just like helicopters circling the south side.
That's fucking different shit, man. City living.
Yeah, man.
City living.
You're not gonna get that out. It's crazy, man. That's my luck, though. Shit like that always happens to me. Unfortunate. Well, let's bring up the mood a little bit from terrifying fires. Hit the meme.
Oh, I'll hit you with the da-da-da. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to your favorite segment of the Socially Distant Podcast, the Meme of the Week. I am B-Dill, coming at you with your Meme of the Week, episode 45, brought to you once again by the Nugget Instagram page. Of course, not a sponsor. This one, I'm not gonna lie to you, is a little rough for me to pick. There was a couple of them. I'm stuck between two. Might give you a double feature just because, like, we got to go with the ones that are with the times. But there was one today that I just completely enjoyed because it was just right up my alley of humor again. So I'm going to hit you with a double feature meme. First one, because we just had a Super Bowl, you know, the weekend memes from the halftime show. They're going to be out there. We got to... Can I go to the call, please? Thank you. Go to the call. Share the screen. Start sharing. And bada boom. Let's see, right here. We got... Can you see my screen?
I do.
So we got this one right here. It's the weekend from that one part of his performance where he's like, I don't know, I didn't watch, so I don't know technically what's going on, but the camera's real close to his face, and there's two pictures of him, and the caption is, "What my microwave sees," and it's just him looking all happy in front of the camera. So you gotta hit him with that one. That one's for the times. But then this one, because this is right up my alley, made me laugh. This old man at like what seems to be this little like gas station or like small little corner store, he brings up 2 bags of dog food, sets them on the counter, and the cashier, the girl goes, "Hey, how you doing?" And he doesn't say anything, and then she goes, "You getting food for your dog?" And he goes, "Well, what the hell you think I'm getting it for, my fucking zebra?" Oh my god.
It's so funny.
That one,
I saw that one the other day.
yeah, that one killed me, dude.
I watched it like 3 times.
There's no way that one had to be staged. But if it's not staged, then I love that old man because he's just a savage. That's some shit. That's some shit that when I get that old, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna walk up to a counter with some dog food, and the cashier is gonna be like somebody in their 20s, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, you buying dog food?" I'm gonna be like, "Yeah, for my fucking ostrich, dumbass." Like. Oh, good times. I wanted to do the ones that I sent you, but I already sent you ones, but they were just so funny, bro. I'm still laughing at the, oh my god, he on X Games mode. That one's comedic gold. That like
Comedic gold.
That's like one of those phrases that you can literally put into like so many different videos and situations, and like it works like the Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne. That one's perfect. It gets funnier. I don't know if you've ever watched like the compilation where like the different ones of those. By like the 6th time the guy said Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne, it still gets funnier. It gets funnier every time. That's the one that'll never get old because it's just gold. I love it. Oh, it's too good.
Good shit.
But that was yours. Da-da-da, meme of the week, episode
Classic
45.
memes.
Double feature for you.
Oh.
Had to hit him with it. Had to hit him with the double feature for the Super Bowl, you know.
True that.
Good old episode 4 to 5 double feature.
Oh, bangerangs. Hot bangerangs.
Let's give out some hot shout outs. Interesting investing. You know where to find him on YouTube. Subscribe to that.
And
shit.
make sure we'll shout it out now. But then if you remember, if you can.
Oh, cartoon clothing. I'll start putting it in there every time. I put
Etsy,
interesting
right?
investing. Yeah, Etsy thing. I'll put his Jake. You got lifetime Etsy shout outs in our description.
Hell yeah, Mr. Legend.
If you want some cool designs on some hoodies, hats, t-shirts, and I think he's got all that, right?
Yeah,
Bro, I have so many. I didn't know, I thought Jake was going, specific. I thought it was different because I don't really know what Etsy is. I'll have to look into it. But, dude, the past 2 weeks, probably, twice a day, I will say something to my girlfriend, and then, I'll text her something, and I'll, write real quick. I'll text her again. I'll be like, put it on a t-shirt. You could have put that on a t-shirt. Today, today we were talking about the gym, and we were talking about, exercises and just, having knowledge. And literally, I'm going to put it on a t-shirt. I'm going to say, it's going to say, big brain, big back. That's what it is. You got a big brain, you're going to have a big back because you know all the different ways to do the exercise.
Dude, honestly, just talk to Jake because there's literally no startup cost to, the service that he uses, and they distribute it to Etsy.
I'm going to do it.
And
big brain, big back. There's one.
All you literally have to do is get on your computer, make it, put it on a shirt, and boom.
I'm just going to sell it.
It costs you absolutely nothing to do. If one person buys it, you make free money.
Literally, I will make sure that, I get, copies of the clothing, and then I'll wear them to the gym, and I'll wear them places. And people are like, yo, that's a cool shirt. I'm like, oh, I made it. Go check me out. Tell your friends.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it.
Help Jake out with his Facebook business page for that. I'll get you to set up on the same program.
Yeah, dude, we're going to set up a page for, a clothing line and my training. We're going to have, some funny t-shirts that's going to be weightlifting related, and then my training. We're going to be on there. Let's go.
I'll set you up.
I gotta make up some. I'm gonna make up some programs too in my free time. I'm gonna make up some generic plug-in programs for people just to show them, and then obviously we can get more personalized and stuff like that. But no, I definitely want to get started on all that shit just because I want to I can't.
I'll get you set up on the Facebook. You want to hear my Facebook stats?
Let me hear it.
For the past
Give me the
since
stats.
I started. So I started this page on January 12th. It says the last 28 days. Let me see here. When did I start? Yeah, I don't think it's quite that far. I think I started the 25th of January. Started this page. I'm up to 182 people have liked it.
Nice.
I've reached over 1,000 people. I have over 120 engagements. Let's see what else. It's popping though. Freaking every single day I'm at 12 people per day.
Okay.
Which is pretty hot. And that's consistent.
That's pretty good. 12 people a day is not bad.
Yeah, it's definitely I can see the consistency, and it's just every single day. Sometimes it will go 12 and then it'll hit 14, and it wants to keep hitting 14 because it'll hit a 13 the next day.
It's only gonna get better too.
Yeah, it's definitely been working, and I've been trying new ways to message people because what I do to get people to actually try to come and work have me come work for them is I'll have them I'll add them as a friend or whatever, and then I will have them like my page, and if they like it, then I'll reach out to them. And today cool. I was just messaging them. I'm like, hey, thanks. I usually hey, thanks so much for liking my page and connecting with me. I usually will ask do you already have a photographer? But today I was asking oh, how's business doing? And that worked stupid well. It was the difference between just simple little wording changes on how people react to it is.
Yeah.
And because then I ended up having I ended up having 30-minute long conversations with agents before we even talked about pictures, and by the end of the conversation I was just hey, I'll come shoot your next house completely free, and we already had we had this
That's
nice
awesome.
long conversation.
That's the
and
way
they're
to do it.
oh yes, 100%, and it works 95% of the time.
That's kind of that's a similar way that the one guy, one of the trainers there who's a couple years older than me, he was just giving me some advice the one day, and he said as much as it doesn't work too often just going around and talking to people on the floor and trying to get them to come and train with you or sign up with you that way, he said it's a really good way to kind of just build that rapport. He said don't even go up to them and even just tell them you're a new trainer, but literally just be like, oh, I'm just trying to like learn some faces, trying to meet some of the regulars, and then just be like, ask him, be like, so what are you doing today? Or like, what exercise, you know, what do we work, like stuff like that. Like, don't bring up training, don't bring up the fact that like you love to work with them. Literally just tell them who you are, and then just go right into like, so how is your workout going today? Like, what's going on? And I was like, we had a marketing meeting last night about just like good tips and stuff on what to do when talking with agents. And like one of the big things was like when you really want to like try to just get them into like a long term like beginning conversation, be like, hey, can we just get on the phone real quick, like even for like, because then it's not even like a cold call. You're like, if you have a conversation with them on Facebook and then you get a phone call with them, then you already talked to them and you don't have to, they know who you are, and it's not like you're calling them out of nowhere. Because like you can, like cold calling does work. And I feel like in your situation, like in the gym, that's pretty much a cold call. Like when you walk up to someone and like unsolicited and be like, hey, blah, blah, blah. Yeah,
so, like,
especially if I walked up, I was like, oh, hey, I'm a new trainer here. Like, love to work with you. Like, do you want to schedule like that? You can't just walk up to somebody and say that.
So to really take it from Facebook, take it from Facebook to in person, like you would want to like go up and pretty much like the first conversation you have with them, you don't want to bring up anything about personal training. You just want to only like, he was talking about coffee meetings, and like he always had like 40-minute coffee meetings where they didn't talk about like pictures or anything, or even anything that he did until like the last 5 minutes, and like the whole time was all about like the client and like where'd you grow up, and like
he literally told me like
building rapport.
The faster you can get them to start talking about themselves into the conversation, the better. Like literally introduce yourself, say like 2 things about me, say like, oh, hi, my name's Brad, I'm a new trainer here, like blah blah blah, how's your workout going today? Like get them to start talking about themselves, because then as soon as you make them feel like you're interested in actually what they're doing, and because like especially in the gym too, like everybody kind of like more or less likes to think that they know 100% what they're doing, and like people like to be complimented, especially in the gym. So like I might even like try like a little like, you know, be like, oh hey, how's the workout going today? And they're like, good. I'll be like, yeah, I was watching, the form looks great, like something like that, to get it in their mind like, oh, this is a friendly guy. He thinks my form looks good. Like I wonder how he thinks about the rest of my stuff. Like.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
One of the biggest thing on my messages is I throw out compliments like left and fucking right, because people like being told that they're doing a good job. Like even if I've like literally never seen what like an agent has done, I can just be like, I really appreciate all the work you're doing here, because I can tell like that they do have like a lot of business and stuff, so they're obviously like doing good work. And just by like complimenting them, every barrier breakdown is like one step closer to a sale.
Yeah.
Or like a long-term customer, or like anything.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said literally, if you can start to like just like build that rapport with them, and then by like the 3rd time you see them in the gym, then maybe bring up like, hey, have you ever thought about personal training? I got some stuff I'd love to show you, or maybe like some stuff you've never seen. Like, don't bring it up until like the 3rd, 4th, 5th time you talk to them, because then that way it doesn't seem like you're trying to come off as you want to sell them something. It literally just wants to come off as like, oh, hey, like, I'd like to offer you some more help, or like help in general. 100%. Another thing too, that's like a big thing that like I'm starting to get a little bit better at like talking to people on the floor. Like it's still new to me, and it still kind of makes me feel, especially with like COVID and stuff like that, like I feel very, very like awkward and touchy about like trying to like get close to some of these people in the gym, because like a lot of them you don't know, like they're in the gym, so they might be like okay with the whole COVID thing, but at the same time I don't want to like get too close to somebody, make them feel uncomfortable, and they're gonna be like, hey, back off, like, you know, COVID, like why are you coming to talk to me? Like, so I understand that, but and then another thing he told me too is like, and it's rough for me just because like I'm so persistent on it with like a lot of people that I talk to and like my friends in the gym, like form wise. The one guy was like, trust me, he's like, as much as you're gonna want to do it, he's like, if you see somebody doing an exercise and their form isn't the great, almost tell them that their form is like, don't be like, if it's terrible, don't be like, oh, you look great, keep doing it the same way, but don't walk up to them and be like, hey man, like I want to help you out. Don't walk up and point out a problem right away, which is going to be rough, because like I want people to do things safely. Like there's a lot of things you can do incorrectly and can end up hurting yourself, but like, you know, they're not going to like listen to me. It's
I think you kind of said it in there somewhere, but one of the biggest things you can do to get like a client is help them in some way, provide like value to them without them ever asking for it.
Yeah, like literally by the time I end the conversation, try to give them like one piece of info that they probably didn't know or like weren't expecting.
If they can leave there where you help them in the littlest way, they're going to remember that you helped them once, and they're much more likely to trust you. Like, there was a situation where the shoot that I was supposed to do today before it got rescheduled because of the snow was because this agent, I had reached out to them last week, and I was like, I sent them, like, I talked to them on Facebook, and then I sent them, like, this email that I have that pretty much just gives them all the information they need to know about us, like our pricing and all that stuff, just so they can have it for their records. And she emailed me like Monday, I think. Yeah, she emailed me Monday. It was like, hey, I cannot get a hold of my like normal photographer. Can you come out and do the shoot? I'm like, yeah, 100%, and I'll do it for free. And I just want to make sure that like everything works out for this house because I looked at it and it seems like it's been sitting there for a long ass time. So if I can come in there and do really good photos of it and it sells quickly, that is that customer is mine 100%. Like, she will not go back to that other photographer.
100%, dude.
Yeah.
100%. And that's how you do it, boy.
Yeah. I didn't think I would ever get into like anything like this, but I definitely I think it might be because my mom has like a small business and I kind of like picked up on a lot of the stuff that like she does, like with her clients and stuff like that. And I think it's definitely a good route for me.
Yeah, no, it's definitely. I just gotta pick up like just more of like the small talk shit.
Yeah, I definitely have a lot less barriers that I have to jump over, which in comparison to you, like I don't have like a corporate structure like weighing me down.
Yeah,
but like once you get out of there, like you're gonna be. It's pretty much like the same exact thing. It's just client based like interaction. Like, we're both just providing a service.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, especially, like, because I love seeing the one owner at Chautauqua Health and Fitness, Greg. I just love watching him interact with his clients because, like, the few times I shadow him and he, like, shadowed him and talked to him about stuff, like, they're basically, like, a lot of them are just, like, his friends. A lot of them are just people he's known, like, family friends, people from the area that, like, they've been coming to the gym for years, so, like, they get to know him and, like, not just, like, oh, I go to this gym and like this guy is my trainer. Like, oh no, like I go and Greg trains me, and like he says a lot of them like their kids play together, like they know him from the area. So like, and that helps too. Being a smaller area like Fredonia, you can really like build that relationship with people, and it's tougher in like bigger areas. But that's just the one thing I like because I love watching him training people because it's literally like he's like just their friend. And like I don't have any doubt that when I start to train people, like the people that I even did like the kickoffs with, like we were having like a good time. Like I was making them laugh. I was like, you know, they were interested. I was trying to be fun. Like I was getting interactive with them. Like there was a lot of them. I was like doing the exercise with them just to make them feel better about doing it, not just like, you know, this guy tells you to do an exercise and I just stand here and watch you. The one I was like, all right, let's do this, and I got down and I like did abs with like the one lady, and I was like, all right, let's do some crunches, and I did them with her, and she was like into it. She was like laughing, and she's like, oh, this is cool. I was like, yeah. I was like, you know, that's just what you got to do.
It's all at the end of the day. It's all just really good customer service.
Oh yeah.
And like working at GNC and working at Hibbett, and like it helped me out a lot. Like in every other job that I've had during the time I worked at Hibbett and like after Hibbett, like just like those customer service skills have improved like my ability to do things a lot.
No, I couldn't.
Like, no matter
couldn't agree more.
what the field is.
It's really
like from politics to photography. Like it's the same exact like model at the end of the day.
You could probably relate to it because I find it really funny because I say it all the time and then my mom and dad laugh at me because they're like, you say that, but it's not the case. I say it like literally almost every day. I'm like, dude, I hate people. People are stupid. People are dumb. People piss me off. But when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, no matter what I have to do, like job or like work-wise, I'm great with people. I hate them. I can't stand them, but I'm great with them because I just know how to handle them. I know how to talk to them. I know how to get them engaged. Like I'm like GNC. Nobody ever came in that door and didn't have a conversation with me because I was great at just like picking little things up and being like, oh, hey, and like getting them to talk about something. Like I'm just great with people. So like, I just need the people.
In my job interview for this position, they asked me like what my biggest flaw is, and I said that I was like the most introverted extrovert on earth because at my core, I really don't like people.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
I didn't tell them that.
I
But
hate people.
I really could go all day long without talking to anybody. But for some reason, when I am working in customer service where I'm talking to people all day, it is a complete opposite person.
Yeah,
like,
I'm literally like, I'm just so I'm invested, 100%.
My phone, like I can hear it when I talk on the phone the most. I like have a completely different like just way of like moving through things.
Oh yeah,
like,
your
conversational.
what's it? Your demeanor or like whatever that term would be for like just like how you speak and how you like just I.
Working at For Our Future, I also learned a lot of tips on like how to carry your voice in conversation, like going like highs and lows and stuff. Like it will bring different reactions from like the person you're talking to, and it works out. Like Melissa heard me on the phone the other day, and she told me that like I'm honestly like really good at like talking to people on the phone, which I don't think I am because I'm super introverted and I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I just like I think one of the things like I talk to people and I try to do it because it's probably good to do and they probably appreciate it, but sometimes it can come back to bite me. Like what I said about GNC, like I was probably the worst sales associate ever as far as like a selling standpoint because people would come in the door and I would almost convince them not to buy something because like they don't need it. But a lot of people appreciated it, and then that way when they came back and they saw me, they were like happy, and then they were more inclined to buy the next time because they were like, okay, this guy's not gonna lie to me, so like I'll take his advice and I will buy it. But like, I know I always
I'm
felt
glad that
bad
was something
about
at
it too.
Hibbett that we were able to do was because like we weren't being like targeted by corporate or anything. There were a couple times we were, but like we were good. Like we brought a lot of money in, and it was because like we were like literally like all the Puerto Ricans would come in and they would slap people up and like it was like we were like in with like the community like, and we would give people like discount. I would give people discounts all the time. Like I would probably lost Hibbett so much money, but also made them money long term because we kept those customers. Mm-hmm. Like every single time like I would see like a single dad or something with his kid, like I would try to get as much possible off that.
Yeah.
Because he's buying like these stupid expensive Jordans, and I'm like, why aren't you buying like diapers for your child? And I'm like, I'm not gonna tell him like not to do it, so like I have to make sure he at least saves money. So
no,
hopefully
I was the same way. There was people who'd come in the door, and if there's certain products I could mark down and it wouldn't get like red flagged, I would do it. Like when we got we got time to like shutting down. Freaking Sally Bones. Shout out Sally Bones. She came in there. She bought some protein. I knocked that bitch in half. Gave her the old 2-for-1. I was like, yeah, you got it. You good, girl. Get out of here. I was like, take that and run. I was like, they fired me anyway, basically, so fuck them.
Yeah. I like retail, but I'll never go back to it, but got good things from it.
You gotta learn. Gotta learn how to talk to people. Get people to talk to you. That's one of the best things retail can teach you is how to get people to talk to you. Lesson of the day. That's what retail's good for. Teaching you how to get people to talk to you. Fucking put it on a t-shirt.
Minimum wage jobs are a good thing. And they should continue to like help the youth learn good work ethic and stuff like that. Yeah. And that's all I gotta say about that.
Put it on a t-shirt. That's all I gotta say.
Close
it. Wrap it.
You should have put it on a t-shirt.
On a t-shirt. I might have that one. I'm gonna take that one from you.
But it should be like a little t-shirt.
Yeah.
That would be fucking
It's a tiny
funny.
t-shirt. It says put it on a t-shirt. On the t-shirt. Alright, I'm writing that one down. I'm taking that one. I appreciate you for that.
That's a hot one.
Taking that idea. Give you credit.
Do it.
Put you in small letters on the bottom. Idea by Dylan Getzer and try not Alright.
Classic. Alright, episode 45. We'll see you next week.
In the books.
Hell yeah.
In the books.
And if you need CBD, go to recoverx.com and use code Big Sugar.
Oh yeah, recoverx.com.
Yes.
I almost
Code
forgot
Big
that.
Sugar.
I forgot that
Shout out
last
Interesting
week, too.
Investing. Shout out Something Clothing, whatever it was. I forgot the name.
Cartoon Clothing Co.
Cartoon
Etsy.
Clothing Co.
Look at that. Look at all these shout outs we got. Look at all these non-sponsored sponsors. All right, bye.
Peace.